Hello and welcome to the Impact Dynamics podcast.
I'm Andy Little. I'm Plushy.
My name is Rusty, and joining us again, Shawn. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Excellent. Tonight, Plushy, what are we talking about?
We're talking about what end of the rifle is the pointy one for Sydney.
Match director, mate. Match director.
Chemistry powder, bang.
Hope that's enough.
We need your vote.
Now we've caught up to where we are on the podcast.
Right, go on back.
Roll the outro. Hey, Andy, I'm not sure if you saw the memo, but we were all going to wear the same things again tonight when we came back for the episode, but you've changed your clothes.
Yeah, it was a last minute decision. I didn't want to be like wear the same clothes. I only wash my clothes once a month.
Hang on, I know how to do the Andy. It's really easy.
What are you doing, John?
Wow, you've done that
Andy.
before.
Your microphone's behind you now.
Nah, it's in my...
Okay, all right. We have some follow-up from the last episode to get into before we kick off too far into talking about, what's the Sydney match called again? King of the Hill.
The Hornady?
Yeah, I think so.
King of the Hill?
Let me.
Yep.
Hornady King of the Hill. Yes,
Hornady King of the Hill.
correct.
Yeah.
There were some suggestions for your company name.
Oh, yes, bring him
Plushy.
on.
So,
Hang on, wait, I got to open up the business registration thing on the
okay,
website.
get onto it. Yeah,
Yep.
register the domain
Because
before.
angryplushy.com is gone.
Well, I mean, it might be it might be taken. I mean, you could do that. You could do Angry Plushy's targets.
Angry Plushy movies.
That's probably the leading candidate right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Josh, do we have any in the comments from the last episode? You said there was one or two.
Hey, whoa, I got to write these down. They could be good.
All right, there was emotional mark targets.
What?
Okay.
Yep.
Emotional mark targets.
Yep.
Yeah.
EMT.
EMT, right.
EMT.
Okay, EMT.
There was the RRR, the Rangers Roaming Ringers.
It's not bad.
Yep.
It's probably...
So
Don't even think, just register.
I switched over to ChatGPT, and it came up with Redheaded Bullseye,
Redhead Bullseye.
Ginger Marksman Enterprises,
Oh, Ginger Marksman.
G and K. No, hang on. Jimmy.
GME.
Oh, that could
That,
be...
that might be registered. Moving Target Loser Labs. I'll tell you the prompt in a second. Lock and Load Redhead. Red Rider Targets. Aimless Red Movers. Like that one. Redhead Target. Scarlet Shooter Solutions.
Oh, I like that one.
Bullseye Ginger Innovations. Redheaded
Bullshit ginger
Target,
innovations.
target Tracks.
What was that one?
Red-headed target tracks. I did put in the prompt. I need business names for a company that makes moving targets for rifle competitions. The guy that owns it is red-headed and a bit of a loser. So I asked for, can you make them more offensive? And it said, no, I can't do that. I'm like, can you make it cheekier? So this is what it thinks is cheekier. Ginger snap targets.
Yeah.
Fiery aim enterprises. Target tresses. Red Hot Marksmanship, Flaming Bullseye Company, Sizzling Shot Solutions, Blaze and Aim Moving Targets, which probably describes how people engage them, Crimson Crosshair Creations. There's your scope company name.
Yeah.
Right. You're right.
I didn't fall over, but I'm fine.
Okay, good. Ginger Gunner Gadgets and Scarlet Sniper Systems for shooting Scarlet. No. Yeah, there's some suggestions. What are you doing, Josh?
What? My chair's uncomfy. You're supposed to ignore me. We can edit around this.
We ignore you anyway, but why? What are you doing?
Good. All right. So, there's some good options in there for you, Plushy, to consider those. Yeah. Or you could just go with Angry Plushy Movers.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's probably the leading option.
probably is. Right.
Good. Now, we have another match coming up. But before we jumped into that, one thing that we didn't discuss in the last episode, those week or two ago, whenever it was, but I've brought you all back here tonight to discuss this, Andy.
We could have at least changed seats.
Why? People like consistency, and most people listen to this and can't tell where we're sitting. So thanks for ruining
It's
the
almost
theatre.
like we planned it this way, so it would be the same.
Josh, why is your shit? But anyway. Was you guys instigated Squad Mums, which is not a new concept, but it's a new concept to run in how you guys did it at that PRS level. Break it down for us. What?
Discuss.
Discuss.
Yeah. So it's hard to get volunteers.
Sure.
Plus, we're lucky enough to have 2 matches this year at Monado. So
It's okay. We don't have to do both.
yeah, we don't have to do the second
Sean's
one.
eyes got very big when he said that.
So what we wanted to do was try and work out a way to need less volunteers, but also make the volunteering experience more enjoyable for them. So we've always had a stage officer, a scorer, and a couple of spotters on a stage. So, 4 volunteers, we needed like 35 people or something on one day. So what we thought of is, hang on, can we lock the scorer in to travel with the squad?
Mm-hmm.
So then you only need 4, potentially 5 people.
Yep.
And if we're going to do that, can that person then manage that squad? If they're going to travel with it, build up a bit of rapport, get to know the shooters get to know them.
Yep.
And, as match directors, we can use those guys to help just keep that squad moving along. And, keep your match timings right and whatever. So we picked some people with all our volunteer lists. We managed to go through, plus and I sort of went through and went, hang on, who would really benefit from, who'd be good at it, but who could also benefit from that, from watching how all those national top-level shooters attack every stage. So they got to watch their squad shoot every single stage. And the feedback we got from guys that did it was, it was amazing. They loved it.
Yep.
So I think
We had people that threatened to get in the car and go home if they were made a stage officer for the whole weekend. Come out and
You
say,
had
that
one
was,
person
that was
do it."
enjoyable. People. And then, I don't know who that guy is, but in case you're wondering. But he even said that was enjoyable and I would do that again.
Yeah.
That's somebody that can't stand standing around
What'd you
all
say?
day.
Yeah.
Do we have to edit that bit?
Yeah, he can't stand standing around doing the same thing all day.
Yeah.
I would do that again. That was the swing that we found.
So you guys had your 4 or 5 stage officers who ran the stage, which that's really important for consistency.
We can't rotate
You
those
can't
guys.
rotate those guys.
No,
through.
and that's really good. But they're always busy. They're always and they get more refined on it. It's actually I enjoy running a stage like that.
Yep.
It's the spotting, which often gets shelved out to the shooters, but it's the guys who are scoring or just sort of helping out. And when you told me about the idea, I was like, that's a really really smart way of doing it, because they get to become part of the squad.
Yeah.
So they get all the social engagement and the fun. And because if you're sitting on there on a stage, you just got people coming through, you press the buttons, get them to press approve, and then move on to the next one. And you sort of get to know your squad team, your RO team, but that's about it.
Yeah, they also became like a mini stage officer in a sense as well. They were to help with those little things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Worked out really. We learned some things about. I mean, everybody did a good job, but we learned some things about the types of personality that did a great job, which is really good, which we can put into action next time we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's something we had a quick discussion. We'll try and knock together a bit of documentation or something that we can give to the other match directors and go, this is what we found, this is what worked.
Yep.
So we used we, you meant I.
Yep.
We.
Well, it depends. Did it work or was it?
Actually, I've seen you type and I'll type and you talk.
Yeah. That's fair.
So you're doing the transcript for this show? Is it?
Yeah, Josh, thanks.
What? I don't know.
AI, yeah.
Hang on, he still owes us half a day. He can do it.
It's going to take more than half a day.
But it just worked really well. We sort of used the squads spotting. We have used that a little bit before, but it gets a bit jumbled up, and it seems to be the same 3 or 4 people that do it.
Yep.
We didn't want that to happen.
Yep.
So that was one of the squad mums, major goals. We had a board, everyone's names on it. There's a little marker, and you watched how some guys attacked it. Started at the start. First 2 stages they got the whip out, and then the squads were into it. They all did really well. So.
We're good.
Very good.
Are we good?
Just been talking about somebody that tried to call me.
Okay.
Did they try to call you because you talked about them?
I'm not sure if they were watching the live feed or not.
Very good.
Nameless. Oh,
cool.
we did something else that worked really well. We didn't talk about.
Okay.
1 minute. What? No.
Do I have to wait 1 minute for you to tell us?
Yeah, basically.
Andy, what have you been up to?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm lost. Is it 2 inches, 3 inches?
It's 2.5 inches.
It's 2.5.
You got to jiggle
Sometimes
it.
grows.
Yeah.
If you jiggle it enough, it grows to 3.
Okay.
So,
Sounds legit.
No, we,
1 minute.
It's got to go in and out a few times. And
That's 3 inches.
no, we also did. We laid it out at the stage brief on Saturday, and we said this is the dispute process.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So, and we laid it out that the only person that can dispute the process is the shooter.
Yep.
So if the shooter gets up off the stage and the people in the background, the peanut gallery as we call them, were like, oh, they got extra hits and they didn't call it. No. The only person that can advocate for themselves is the shooter. If they're happy with their score, they get their score.
Yes.
If they're not happy with their score, they say to the stage officer, I think I got whatever target, as it is. And then the stage officer is like, cool, okay, thank you. Spotters, come here, please.
Yep.
Squad mum, come here because you've got the score. Shooter, come here. Everybody else just step back for a minute.
Yep.
And they gave all of the people that were involved a chance to talk. And then they made a determination of what happened. Could be reshoot, could be a point awarded, could be no points awarded, depending on what happened.
Yep.
And then there was a couple of instances where we happened to be nearby, I think.
Yeah, we just happened to be up there.
Called on the radio and come over. And that is exactly how the process played out.
Excellent.
Yeah, great.
Which I think actually made its way into video. So I reckon that might might well come out as this is how you successfully navigate a dispute. And everybody got to have their say, and we didn't even need the guys in the back that had actually seen also what was going on. When we talked to the spotters, they were both like, we thought it was an impact and we were a bit slow and we had to keep going, and they were a bit unsure, and they're like, no, we both actually think that he got the impact, and then got a partial reshoot for the last shot and then hit it, which is even better.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
As it should be. Yeah.
And it was a shooter that normally doesn't, he's not very loud, he's not outspoken, he almost feels bad asking for it, but this is the process.
Yep.
We spent a lot of time trying to work out this process, and it worked perfectly. So, you don't have 17 people trying to have their input.
Absolutely.
And you can just get it sorted. So, yeah.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of disputing
That was
matches.
2 minutes, sorry.
New record.
First time apologising for taking longer than you should have. Righto.
It's not my first time.
We could discuss that. But
Different podcast, Sean. Different podcast.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, maybe. That's the after show. The next match coming up. Back to Hilltop with Precision Rifle New South Wales for the King of the Hill. Mm-hmm. All three of you shooting it? All three of you attending to shoot it?
We'll be there.
I'm gonna turn my focus to thinking about shooting that match tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, sorry, I've got nothing constructive.
Come back tomorrow to
Maybe,
talk
yeah.
about this. Yeah.
I might think about prepping some brass and
Next
doing
week.
some load dev. And figuring out what barrel's going to go on my gun. And
Okay.
I'm at the point where I'm going to ask Andy for loading advice. So.
wow.
You lost faith in yourself, Sean.
Sure, like you're really sure.
I wouldn't listen to me.
Like, do you want your projectiles to reach the target or not?
Wow, yeah.
It's okay, I've got a new barrel.
Right. Well, gents, you all often finish in the top 10. Andy regularly 6th. So, what are you doing? We are a few weeks out as we record this. How are we? 3 weeks out? 2 weeks out? Just nods.
I changed all of my equipment.
Right.
Yep.
Take us through it, Plushy. You've done the most changes. That's
Right. Well, I mean,
Tell us what you can.
yep.
for this match, I've got a different chassis.
Yep. What are you running now?
MPA.
What
for this
chassis are you
match.
running, Plushy?
An MPA, Matrix Pro.
Good man.
And who owns that chassis currently?
Mystery.
Don't know.
Mystery.
Yeah, who hasn't paid for that chassis yet?
That's also a mystery.
Don't know about that.
Go and sit with Josh.
I part paid with the fridge, all right? Yeah, come on. What more do you want? I haven't changed
Full
barrel.
payment.
I haven't changed barrels
For
because why would you change this one?
Yep.
I am going to have a different optic on there. We haven't quite settled on what one that's going to be yet.
Lots of mystery.
There's some things in the background.
What
So
stickers?
it could be one or it could be another.
Mhm.
No, it's going to be one, but I
It's
don't know if
gonna
that's
be
going to be.
one.
I don't know if it's going to be here yet.
Okay.
What else have I changed? Help me.
What caliber are you shooting?
I don't know. It's going to be a 6 GT or a 25 Creed. I'm not sure.
Really thought this one through.
We asked the right person.
Having
yeah.
said that,
Sean, are you using any equipment you know what it is?
I know what it is. I don't know how to use it. I don't
No,
remember.
that's not what I asked.
Yeah, so obviously running an MPA Matrix Pro chassis.
Yep.
I'm running an Impact Action. I've got a Bartland 2547 spun up. Loophole Mark 5 on top of it. MPA brake. I've got as far as fire forming brass. That's all I've done so far.
Killer.
So
Yep.
we should go back. I fire for some brass when we were
No,
practicing.
we're done with
Hornady.
you. We're done with you.
do you remember that?
I do remember that. So I screwed a new barrel on. I got two 25 Creed barrels.
So
jammed
wait,
at
you're
the
running
same time.
25 Creed, you're on a 2547. Okay, cool.
Well, maybe I'm not run something else. I'm not sure yet.
You have in your collection a 25 Creed.
Yeah, so I put 150 rounds on the first 25 Creed barrel. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to shoot practicing stages and just fire for my brass.
Yep.
So I did a 1-shot clean and 3 shots clean and sent some at 500 meters to work out where it was going because I couldn't
On
see
core fluid or actual target?
dirt.
Okay.
He hit the berm.
Neither.
It was impressive.
Neither.
Hit the berm.
And then I adjusted and zeroed the rifle at 100 meters and proceeded to clean the next, I think, 4 stages
Something
that I
like
shot
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
with 0 load depth with a load that was kind of okay in the other barrel. And that barrel is a laser beam and it is coming off and is going to World Championships.
Okay,
It is
saving
a
that
flat
one.
out laser beam, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten into that, have we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 25 Creed.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very nice.
Andy, what are you running?
So I haven't changed a
Decided
whole
yet?
lot.
Okay, no. All right, cool. It's a sensible conversation point.
Yeah, I haven't changed much at all. Still running Carlos scope. What was it, 525 DLR?
Yep.
Same NV Pro XLR chassis. Same ticker action. I've just changed up to a 6 BRA. So
Okay.
in the
Changed up or changed down?
changed down really, I guess. Same
Just changed.
size.
And now you're still
Did you
trying
turn
to
it
run
back
at
to
creed
front?
velocities.
Yeah, still trying to push it hard. But nah, so I just got a bit more load dev and testing to do on that. But yeah, much of the same for myself.
Okay.
Don't want to change everything just before a match and hope for the
Flashy.
best.
Does that not work?
Well, look, I've tried doing load dev just before a match and it didn't work. You just go back to where you started. So yeah,
Hey, how'd that match work out for you?
all right, I think.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh, he beat me by 1.
I remember that
So,
match. I don't want to talk about that match.
Okay, which match was that?
Canberra last year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so not much has changed for myself. I was,
Okay.
yeah, plod along, keep it simple.
Cool. All right. So, boys, are we been practicing shooting for it, or we not?
We've
not
been practicing writing stages.
Yeah.
But
You
I
guys
think
have been
yeah.
practicing the stages you have
I
written.
reckon
so
we're going to
that's
be good at writing stages for Sydney. That'd be
Okay,
good.
great. That'll be
I've heard
useful.
they need our help.
Is there like a stage where you like choose your own adventure and you just like, okay, guys, write your own stage and then
We
and
actually
then go and shoot
we
it?
talked about this concept for a match.
Yeah.
We're like, maybe we'd make a good PRS match, but the concept being there's 6 squads, and at the start of the day, 6 squads get to choose their own stage. There's targets down there. You tell me what you're doing, and then when they rotate, they shoot everybody else's stage.
Phew.
We've talked about that club match, haven't we?
We've seen people do that anyway. You give them a stage group and they still do whatever they want. That is not what we said
That
to
is
do.
that is how PRS worked last year and the year before. The first squads negotiated to the stage to the one they thought they could shoot,
Yeah.
and then everyone else got to run it.
and then proceeded to work out no, they couldn't. Anyway, so yeah, okay, choose your own adventure. Yeah, should no. We have done a similar thing. I remember a particular match where I rang the match director, Callywell, 3 minutes before the match was meant to start, and said, "Hey, man, what's happening today?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm on my way down." I'm like, "Yeah, you realise the match starts at like 1 o'clock?" He's like, "Oh." I'm like, "It has for the last like year and a half. The club's been running anyway." And so I'm like, "All right, well." I don't know if you were there, Plushy, but it was like, Plushy, you write a stage, Andy, you write a stage, Sean, you write a stage, Josh, no, and
Josh wasn't born yet.
And even then, he wouldn't have been there anyway. He still would have been coming.
on his way.
Interesting choice of words.
And then
Thank you.
we 2 minutes, 1 minute, all right, and then we proceeded to basically do that. You run that with your squad and then tell each other what the stages were and go off and do it, and it worked all right.
I don't remember.
You don't remember
I
that? You may not have been
I may
there,
have been
but
there, but I don't remember.
yeah, it was a good stage, obviously, memorable. Yeah,
Rememberable.
rememberable. Yeah, ChatGPT told me it was a word.
Cool. Done.
So what else did we work out today that now nobody is driving?
Oh, you guys all
No.
flying.
All
Well, I
flying
guess
over.
I'll have to be everyone's mule again.
Oh, you're going to be the gun mule, aren't you?
You're good at that, Sean.
Absolutely. I'm not flying. I don't get on planes with guns. No way.
Okay.
Yeah, but is that because you're not allowed or you don't want to?
No, I managed to talk way out of it, but I just don't want to take the risk.
Yep,
yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the gun that was the problem.
Yeah,
It
so
wasn't.
I worked out yesterday, I think, that I had to be home for something at work on Monday afternoons. I'm like, oh, I'm not driving now, I'm flying. And then it's just like one after the other. Well, I'm flying now because Flushy's flying. Now there's only 2 people driving, not like 6.
Sheep. You're all just sheep. What
Airborne sheep,
Plushy's
though.
doing?
Airborne sheep. Yeah. Do you guys have preference, flying or driving or match, Andy?
I think I'd prefer to drive if I've got the time. So I'm flying this time just because, tight on time and work.
Is it
and
just
things.
amount of gear you can take? Or is it...
Yeah, and I think I'm consciously trying to think about the stuff, like what my kit is going to be for America. So
yeah,
this sort of
okay.
process of flying to the next couple of matches will really hone down on the gear that I like, the must-haves.
Yep.
But, there's nothing better than sitting in a car with some good friends for 13 hours talking about shit you should buy. So,
What do you mean? You spend like 8 hours of that 16 hours on Insta
or
doing your
asleep,
stories.
or
Yeah,
asleep,
sleeping in
or
the back seat
figuring
with
out
no
what I should buy.
headrest.
Yeah. So, they're good times. There are pros and cons to both. You get to have a sleep while someone else drives, or
What about reading a reloading book on your way?
that'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, why
I've got
not?
a shooting book as well. How to shoot.
Can I borrow that?
Yeah,
Cool.
sure.
I just watch the videos on YouTube, so I'm a pro.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
I'm halfway through a good book that I've been halfway through since before finale last year.
What book is that?
Is it? I think it's With Winning in Mind by Lenny Basham.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It's about mental preparation for a match rather than anything else.
Well, the first half is at least.
Well, I don't know about the second half because I haven't read that yet.
See what happens in that
The
part.
first half is for the mental preparation of the second half.
That's correct.
And I usually just wait for the movies to come out.
I don't think there's a movie on this one.
Oh, okay.
Josh, get on to that.
Audiobook?
All right, we'll make something.
Is there an audiobook?
I think there is actually, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, that's a good way to soak up a 45-minute drive to work and back a day.
What, reading a book?
No, an audio
Listening to it.
audio book. Don't read, mate.
You're a Sparky,
Now-
you can't read.
I can understand drawings all right.
It's crayon.
As long as you colour them in, yeah.
Red, white, blue. The white's hard to read on paper, though. It's pretty- Black's the best.
Good. I'm glad we've had that.
Neutrals everywhere.
So let's get into the range. You guys have all shot on the New South Wales range, or at least attempted to. How many times have you shot there? A couple of times?
I think two, maybe three.
3 times, I reckon.
Three times.
Yeah, three
Yeah,
times.
okay. Oh. What do you like about it? What's challenging about that particular range, and what sort of stages do you end up seeing?
The facilities are probably
Yeah.
second to none in the country.
Yeah.
It is incredible. It's an incredible firing line, and just the general shooter facilities are really good. Gentlemanly 10 o'clock start. How good's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Best
nice.
match of the year.
Yeah. And you're still late, are you?
Still late?
No, hang on a minute.
I
Josh,
still
does
rock
that
up at 11.
be- Won't that be like your mid-afternoon nap time now?
It would be actually.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to complain like everyone else normally does.
Yeah.
No, it is nice creating like a bacon egg roll and getting coffee before.
We did that last year. I think we went out for like a cafe breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, like full.
It's real nice.
The whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Makes the day.
Being the elite athletes who are. Bacon and eggs for breakfast, yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, this high performance athlete.
Well, hang on. First Australian, second Australian for the match.
Oh, yeah. How'd you go in that one?
Not talking about that.
You're right.
Nice.
Anyway, so tell us more about the range, Plushy.
Let's hope it's sunny. Is all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Because I've shot there 3 times and it's been wet and miserable 2 times.
Mm.
And those times I haven't been able to see the targets because they've got this lovely blue metal in the berm that the grey targets blend in with perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the finale, sun was out and it was much easier to see targets, and I hit them this time.
Hey,
It
there
was
you go.
good. So I'm hoping
I
for
heard you
sun.
didn't drop one for most of the day, from what you told
That's
Andy.
correct. I mean, Andy spent more time finding out how many points I dropped than working out how many shots he should take.
Should have taken, or like a stage brief, or yeah,
Yeah, so that worked out. Yeah, I heard that worked out well for Andy.
yeah, that last stage. Just,
So some revenge coming at the match, right?
yeah. Well, this
Andy
will
just
be,
learned his lesson.
this will be a bit of a, I guess, not a warm up, but got to get my head back into gear. I haven't really.
I'm
Thought
planning on
about it.
peaking at the end of the year. That's what I'm working towards.
So
I
after
thought
Wells,
September might have been a good time to peak.
That's end of the year.
Okay, haven't heard of December
Mid-year.
before.
mid-year.
We don't shoot in December. We don't do finales in December. Oh, they're in October. I
Do you?
suppose.
Club,
It's close.
the club one.
Don't care about that.
Oh, he
Heard
says
it.
that now.
Heard it here.
We'll have that. We'll have that.
Thanks,
Thanks.
and we'll play it back in November.
I only won one of them last year. I was a bit annoyed. Very disappointed in myself, so I don't want to talk about
Do you know
it.
where I got on
now
my?
I understand why you want to move her at the club. Right.
I feel that
It's all
practice I get
falling
to do with
into
my
place.
mover at home. Yeah.
It's going to be even better when you don't win this year and we get to play that clip.
Oh, what if I do?
I'll still play that clip.
I always do really well at club matches.
When you show
I
up.
got 6 again.
Out of 7 people?
That sounds
5?
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm trying to draw some more information about what sort of matches do you normally see there?
Technical
Technical.
matches.
Why is that?
They're well thought out, generally. Barricades, pretty good.
Yeah,
I reckon.
the improvement we've seen in the barricade from their initial match
Actually-
to, their season match last year in the finale has been exponential. They've really worked hard. They've built some good barricades. They've got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I will say, with no bias whatsoever, until the match that was just run, they were probably some of the best barricades in the country.
Yeah.
No
Yep.
longer.
But
No longer.
to be fair, they can't do what you can Achievement Monado.
Yeah.
So given, mute
Take
him,
it away
Josh,
from-
mute him.
For the rest of the episode,
For
we covered this one. I've got more buttons.
for a temporary facility, they have to pack everything up and take it off
Like,
site.
everything has to fit in a trailer or a
Yeah.
container.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they've got it hard.
They do an extremely
I
good
did
job.
that. Yeah, last year. Don't recommend.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
Yes.
Hard work.
I heard you had such a good time.
Who? What? When?
Last year, you had such a good time. You looked so happy all the time.
Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
because you
yeah.
rocked up when you said you would. That's why.
I
why you enjoyed it.
yes.
So I was getting paid.
In June. Yeah.
Good. So are you hoping for more of the same this match, Shawn?
It'd be interesting. So it's a couple of new match directors this year. So, yeah, like Place said, it's normally a challenging course of fire. They're a little bit technical. There'll be some patterns and some target sequencing stuff, and probably not huge targets. There'll be some spicy stuff out there. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty keen to see what they come up with. It should be good.
Yeah, you get a lot of near far stuff there because you can't shoot across the range much.
you've got the
You have
width
to
to
keep
play
it
with.
pretty straight up the line.
Yep.
Okay.
So-
Very good. Andy?
No, it's just a good place. Yeah. they've covered it all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
okay.
no mover this year, I heard.
No mover.
No mover.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
That's what you've heard. All right. Is that because you haven't been asked to take a mover?
It's because I can't afford the fuel.
Because you have to fly.
Hang on, didn't we pay for half the fuel last time?
No.
Well, it's a good thing
Oh.
I haven't been practicing that. But yeah.
Very good.
Me either.
Gentlemen, we might get into some predictions for this particular match. So as we covered off in the last episode, we are assigning points. So we're going to pick our top three, not necessarily in order, but we are going to nominate who we think might win. And from that nomination, if you get anyone in the top three right, in any particular order, you get a point. If you pick the winner, you get 2 points for that particular position. And then if you pick all three in the correct order, you end up with 6 points. So, now, we don't know who's going, do we? Or do we have
I
a-
don't have the.
we don't have
access
a
to this
list,
one,
so
yeah.
we're going to have to take some guesses, and perhaps maybe should we have a couple of substitutes in case
Oh.
some people don't right. But we pick up primary three with maybe a couple of others.
Got all the
in case
headshots
somebody-
available so I can remember.
No, Andy, I
We're
don't.
not allowed to do that, buddy.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
you need to make a class book of 2024.
Yeah, I do. I'm good with faces. I'm sorry, guys. It's not names.
What about t-shirts?
Excellent.
He's
Excellent with
He's great
t-shirts.
with t-shirts. Yeah, knows how to put them on the
I
right
haven't
way.
washed this since last week, or was it the week before?
You can wash. Yeah. 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 So
It's Kitpo. Kitpo is no. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry.
right, isn't that one of the companies that owns your sponsor?
Swarovski.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mute you before you get in trouble.
Righto, Plush, if you got anyone in mind, you can nominate yourself, by the way.
Oh, why would I do that?
No, I just said you can. You have the option to.
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't recommend, but
I mean, you think you go into every match to be able to win it, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to say me.
okay.
Well, I mean, it'd be hard to go past Lucas after how he was shooting last match.
Okay. Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that your first place?
sure. He's
Okay.
gonna go
And
away.
Shawn, you may as well have a go at this as well. Who do you think is going to win the match?
I reckon I'm going to go with Dan Hennessy.
Dan Hennessy. Yeah.
That's his local,
Local
isn't it?
range.
Yeah.
He's been shooting well.
That's a pretty sensible, sensible choice. And Andy, what about you?
I know Collie's coming over.
Oh,
And I know he's.
Oh, yeah, the insider information didn't
Oh,
share.
he didn't share that earlier, did you?
You guys knew he was coming over.
Sorry, Collie, no bed for you.
I think he's shot there a couple of times before and done reasonably well.
What about finale?
Yeah, I might go Collie.
Collie. Okay. Josh, what about you? First place.
See, I'm torn because they're all really good options.
It's going to be a tough match.
Yeah.
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 I'm going to go Collie as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Oh no, wait. That's
What about you, Rusty?
I've written Andy on this list twice. I'm good with names. Like two people.
Is Andy going to win it
You
twice?
two should work together. If you're good with names and he's good with faces.
Yeah.
Dream
yeah.
team.
There you go.
Don't recognise him though. All right. I'm just wondering if I pick anyone here.
Why did you look at me?
Because I'm like, is this a crazy suggestion, Josh? Is this a crazy suggestion? I will back. Do you know what? I'm going to back Aaron again.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to back Aaron again. Because if I keep picking on him, eventually he's going to get good.
Fair enough.
No, he's yeah, I think he's shaking the cobwebs off, if I could speak. So, may as well. Let's stick with him. All right, Josh, what's his second position?
Second, I'm going to go Dan.
Dan.
I
Yep.
reckon, yeah, being home range, I think he's definitely going to podium.
Gotcha. Sean, what about you, mate?
I'm going to put Collie in there.
Collie. And Andy?
I reckon Ash might pick it up.
Oh, there we go.
I reckon he might bounce back.
Nice. Plushie, who have you got in your mix?
Blackers shot pretty good.
Oh.
Is that his home range as well?
Nah, he's
no,
in
Canberra.
Victoria, mate. Don't talk about him.
Oh,
Mexican.
wait, hang on. Who are we talking about?
No, not Steve Blackers.
Oh, okay.
No, Michael Blackburn.
Ben, okay. No problems.
Sorry, Steve. You can also shoot. I just don't think you can second. You shoot very well. You shoot very, very well.
All right, we might get a third nomination just for a second.
Yeah, you're in my next spot. Yeah.
Did someone else choose Dan for second? Yes, they did. Two people did. All right, well, one person. I'm going to throw Dan in for my third. Not because I don't like you, Dan, just because I want to be different to the other guys in the room. Is Guy shooting this one? No, it's probably not.
I don't know.
Sure.
We don't think so. Not sure.
I don't know. Like, Guy's not my wife anymore. Plus, she is now.
Oh, okay. You've moved on.
The divorce was messy.
Ooh, sounds harsh. Is there anyone I've kind of want to say maybe James Head, but no, I think I'll move on.
For what position?
To oh, you guys have chosen. Oh, I'm gonna put Dan in there for second as well. May as well. I think you're right. That home range benefit will be in there.
Yep.
Righto, Sean, who's in our third position, mate?
I'm going to put Joel in there.
Joel.
I reckon
There we
Joel,
go.
yeah.
He'll bounce back.
I think it'll be a match that'll suit Joel too.
Nicely
So-
done. Plushie, who's your third?
One Andy Little.
Andy.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, there's people in the room.
Yeah,
that
there's
are
people in the room that are
decent.
also
Yeah, that's
competing,
right.
if you hadn't
Okay.
noticed.
Josh.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm not backing
We're not
myself.
competing.
I'm not backing myself
Josh is
because I
on
know
his-
how much
Josh
practice
is on
I'm
his
going to not do.
I'm not going back and looking at the top scores from last year.
Andy, what about you? Who are you picking?
I was actually going to back myself, but
All
Plushie's
right,
already
Andy.
done it.
No,
Is-
done.
okay.
Okay.
Andy is Andy.
Is Crispy back?
Not sure.
Not
No.
sure.
No?
No, we're doing this all blind. We don't know who's actually going to be at the match.
It's
so.
really rough. Did you register Andy?
Yes.
Tick. Right.
Cool.
I'm going to back Joel for the
You're
podium
worried.
as well.
You scared me for a second there.
I'm
I was like-
going to throw Plushie in.
I don't do third.
It's either like,
Well-
second, first, or eighth.
Or nothing. 30 seconds.
Very good. All right, guys, you get one substitute name in there. Give us one substitute name. Finish any position just in case one of those. This is only if one of the people that you've chosen in your top three doesn't rock up to the match. So because we're not entirely sure if everyone is shooting. So Andy, who's your? If you can remember any more name, you've done three already. That's pretty impressive. One of them
Was my own. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go Joel.
Joel. Okay,
Yeah, I think-
cool.
yeah.
Sean.
I'll put Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas is your not golden child, wild card. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, sure. Plushie, what's your name?
Oh, I'm torn. Ash or
Tom's
Guy?
not shooting.
Yeah, torn. Right. Ash.
Ash. Ash it is. Josh.
I'm going to go Lucas.
Lucas. Yeah, I think that's. I'm gonna do the same. There's three of us on. Is that three of us on Lucas for the wild card? Sorry,
I think
Lucas.
take mine out of third.
Take yours out of
Yeah,
third.
put Lucas in. I think he's still going to do well.
Oh, you're taking yourself out of third.
Yeah, I know how much practice I'm going to do.
Oh.
Not much.
Well, then you're going to be my.
The less you
wild card.
practice, the better you do.
Good. All right, there we go,
I
guys.
could donate a kidney.
Now, what we'd love
How
to
much?
see.
Hang on. How much practice are you going to do on Friday?
A lot.
Right, put him back.
Oh,
in.
actually.
Andy,
Too late.
Andy
It's
for
too late.
second.
It's
Andy for
too
second.
off. Andy for second.
Oh, range opens at midday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm arriving 11:30, so I should be there.
Okay.
Straight into it.
Well, guys,
we got
if
3
you're
hours to load
watching
that
this
first.
before the shoot, not afterwards because that'd be cheating.
Check my seating depth.
Chuck in the comments who you think. Who's your top 3? We'll do this collectively. So put that in there and let's see what you guys nominate. And we'll tune in next episode to see
How
whether-
wrong we are.
How right, wrong.
How do you tune into a podcast?
How do you tune into it? You
Press a button.
Well, I mean, because the next
pretty easy
episode
these
will be
days.
live streamed.
Yeah.
You could tune into it. Yeah, with a tuner.
Smelly.
Is that because you haven't washed your shirt for 3 weeks?
Yeah. That.
All right. Well, good luck in Sydney, everyone, and we'll see you in the next show.
Bye.
Bye.